Hello, Star Seeds. Welcome to Moody Moon Wednesday. And we are having a powerful punch of Leo energy. We are Leo Sun energy. And at this moment, we are at 0.0% new moon. And it is in Leo moon energy. Powerful, powerful punch of feeling energetic, romantic, superficial, fearless, okay? Feeling your best. Now, a new moon is always about new beginnings, right? So in new beginnings, it's time to try something new and use this time of, especially now, of twice the Leo creativity to help you launch a new approach to solving matters of the heart, especially. Okay, Leo is feeling on top. Leo is feeling in their A game, okay, right now. And that's for most, I'm going to say for the entire zodiac wheel. But if you're not, why aren't you? See, that's how you look into doing that self-reflection, shadow work. And if you're having issues, then you can astrologically use the times like now, right? So, okay, well, I'm having a really shitty time. So what moon phase are we in? What's the sun sign? What's the moon? I want to tell you, if you do a birth chart, it'll give you, it'll let you know what sun signs, are in your houses, in the different houses, different levels of conscious awareness, right? And that's in knowing yourself. So, yeah, if you're having issues, you want to dive in that way. Why not, right? Because like right now, we're in an energetic time because it's, Leo is a fire sign, right? So if you're angry, depressed, or mopey, or, kind of like on that negative side. Well, I don't want to say negative, but like on that shadow side, meaning there's reflection that needs to be had. Okay. And, and if you don't want to reflect into them, okay, that's fine, honey. That's fine. But the next new moon, the next fire sign is going to keep coming up again and again and again until you deal with it, right? Especially if you sweep it under the rug. And before you know it, you're going to trip over that lump that you have, dirt that you have created under the rug. You're going to trip over it, right? So, best to know what it is that is making you feel like that, right? If it's something that you're needing to, dissect, take it, do yourself a favor and do it in little pieces, a little bit at a time. Work on it. Make a list. Make a list of things in your life that are, you're not happy about. And then make a list of the things that you are happy about. And believe it or not, there is a balance for the both. There's a balance. And that's needed for your, for the balance of your mind, body, and spirit, right? Now, this Leo moon, yes, it's energetic because it is the fire sign. And then you're having a double fire sign, effect with the full moon I mean, with the new moon in Leo, and we are in Leo sun energy, okay? So Leo is very energetic, very ready to just, you know, get those new projects going, being very creative, and but what else is happening moon wise, right? There's a total solar eclipse that's happening right now too. I'm gonna tell you, it's a double whammy, triple whammy, a quadruple whammy that's happening today. Today is a power punch day, August the 12th. Don't forget it, of 2026. Because believe you me, in a few years, you know, in the next cycle, then you will be remembering. Trust me, you'll be remembering, okay, wow. So because you'll be able to use times like these, they're markers. They're timeline markers for you, okay? And today is a huge timeline marker, right? The eclipse that's happening is like a pair of scissors. It's gonna cut away at everything that doesn't jive with you, honey. So it's better for you to be honest with yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself. So it's also going to cut away things that no longer suit you, that are not part of your, you know, part of your soul's journey that you've been taking, having to do with your self-healing. If it's not part of, you know, it doesn't fit you anymore, it's got to go, right? And the eclipse is going to come in like a pair of scissors, especially if you've been slacking on wanting to do any self-reflection when things come up, right? The scissors are going to come in and say, oh, okay, you don't want to look at that. All right, but look, you're manifesting, right? Because your guides and your guidance is going to be all like, okay, you're a manifesting giant, and your manifestation already has you all the way over here, but there's some stuff in the middle and you haven't wanted to do that. You've just been focusing on that over there. Okay, but this is also part of it. You got to realize that whatever is happening here in the middle, okay, whatever that is, right? And I'm not saying that that's what's been keeping you from your, you know, what your goal is. It's something you have to realize. That's it. That's the self-reflection, is when you realize, right? I've been working on this goal. I've been working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay. All right. But and then the eclipse comes in to help, right? Because some people just want to hide. They just want to hide in a crystal cave whenever there is an eclipse coming on, or a new moon, or a full moon. They're like, nope, I will talk to you tomorrow, or how about 72 hours? When the 72-hour threshold is over, then I will come out of my cave, before and after. So you're not doing yourselves any favors, darling, by doing that, by hiding. That's just hiding. That's just sweeping it under the rug. Right? And then what happens? You'll trip over it. You're going to trip over it. So, yes, you could be working towards a goal, but unless you realize when those things come up, right? The eclipse comes in and cuts them out. And then the eclipse is happening and you're in your cave and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Why is this happening, right? You're going to feel sideswiped. Why is this happening? I've been hiding. I'm not talking to anybody. I have my ringer off. I've got all my crystals. I've got all my snacks. I'm watching a good show. I'm reading. I'm just keeping to myself, staying in my lane. It's because, you've put so much momentum into that goal, right? And if you're not willing to do the work, okay, the eclipse cuts it off of you. So now use the eclipse. Pay attention and notice, okay, what are some people, places, things, and situationships that have been cut away or that are all wonky right now that I'm realizing during this eclipse, right? Write those down. If you can't make a mental note of it, if you're just too stressed out, too tired, or what have you, that's another thing. Okay, fatigue is the worst. Fatigue. But that too, that's also part of doing the work, of doing the shadow work, of doing the reflection, You can't just wear your crystals and say, okay, I'm good. I'm wearing the rose quartz because it's for my heart chakra. I'm wearing the selenite because that it helps protect negativity from everything. I'm wearing my black tourmaline. Okay, you're wearing all of those things. Okay, that's good. All right, but why? Why? They are tools, right? You use them as tools, just like, what I talk about in my other videos, my soul sense episodes that I do, in wearing your crown, wearing a tiara, right, or wearing a headpiece. It's a tool, right? But not meant to be used as a crutch or thinking that, okay, if you wear that, you don't have to do any other work. And here's another thing too. I don't want to say work either. That's not a good word to use. Loving yourself. Loving yourself. You're wearing those because you are loving yourself through the hero's journey you've been on. Okay. So the phases of your life will cause you to attract wanting to use different tools, right? So this is how and why when you meet someone that does a lot of someone that is very self-aware, someone that's a guide or a teacher or what have you, we use all different types of healing modalities, right? Because we've been there and done that with enough self-reflection that we've learned that there are different types of tools that we can use for different things. And we use that knowledge and that experience to help recognize in others, oh, okay, and others that we're guiding or teaching or what have you. I'll do that. Then I recognize in others, okay, maybe, sound frequency is good for them. Or maybe, okay, introduce, this crystal. Or, maybe they're needing meditation, or they've got to do breath work, or they're needing to do, whatever. Different healing modality, right? When you are self-aware and you wake up, right, to yourself, when you have that awakening, that realization, then you become the teacher as you're learning how to do things for yourself, as you're learning what tools work for you. Okay? Just like listening to this Moody Moon report, right? You're learning the things that, learning different tools that will help you. And then guess what? Then you'll hear someone else, in your circle having an issue with what have you, and then you'll hear it. You'll feel the tug of guidance, right? Wanting for you to be that guide for this person, or to help this person, and then all of a sudden you hear yourself suggesting, oh, guess what? I was doing some sound frequency, I was getting a sound bath, or I was listening to a meditation, right? Or I tried using these crystals, or I've been doing this somatic breath work, or I've been doing this yoga, or what have you, right? Whatever you hear, then all of a sudden you're the guide, and you're helping someone else that's on this hero's journey, and that's self-reflective, because then you are also a student at the same time, and you are self-reflecting, right? So when someone is having a not so good mood or energy about them, right? Self-reflect, because if you're witnessing that of that person, there's something that you are triggering, right, of each other at the same time, and then there's something that you're needing to see of yourself. So you want to, once it's happened, once you recognize it and you feel it, then just walk away, right? First of all, you owe that to yourself. You don't need confrontations or anything like that. Why? That's low energy, okay? And, love yourself, especially if you've been working on your energy, trying to keep your frequency high. Why are you going to, on purpose, drop your frequency, right? Why are you looking for a fight? Whatever they're going through, it's something they're needing to go through, and you recognized it, or had a self-reflection of it, or whatever. Use that, okay, for the self-reflection. It's an easy exercise to do. So now back to this eclipse. Pair of scissors, pair of scissors, and you got to have fun with it, because look, that's Leo also. Leo is fun, lighthearted energy also. They're fiery, yes, fire energy, but fire is you you never know, right? How it's going to burn you. So play nice. Play nice. Use fire when you're needing to, right? Respect that element is all I got to say. But it's a very it's also lighthearted, and it's fun, right? At the same time, because it is energetic, and it is about trying new things and being creative, and being and being romantic also. That's a big one too. Some spontaneity. I wouldn't go there with the spontaneity. It kind of throws them out of whack, and I'll tell you, because I'm a Taurus sun, but I'm a Leo moon. So yeah, no, Leos are very, they plan. They like to plan everything out. So a change in their plans, no, no, no. So, but that's how you're going to feel right now during these times. During the Leo sun sign, even though the Leo moon, you're going to feel like that. Like, wait a minute, what's happening? Wait a minute, I didn't plan for this. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening, because let me tell you, I heard some crazy, funky news yesterday, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I had to use that dial a friend card, and I dialed a friend, and I was, can you believe that there's some news that's out, and this is what's happening? Yeah, crazy stuff. So, all right, and now back to this, this Leo, new moon energy, eclipse, and sun sign. Oh my God, this triple whammy here with this eclipse. It is also a very auspicious time for the enlightened community, because we are in the middle of it's a time during the spiral, okay? The quantum spiral symbol. I use that a lot. And things will come back around. And what has spiraled back around right now is Age of Aquarius. And the timeline, and the last time that these astronomical events have happened are, they're coming back around. So, yeah, this is a telltale sign of why it feels like these governments are falling apart, systems of control. Because in the Age of Aquarius, we take back Atlantis, right? So that's why, the name of our channel is Activating Atlantis Quantum Healing. So it's activating and remembering that about yourself, because it is, and I'll tell you, we never win anywhere, okay? It is, you got still the same bad guys. It's just a different era. So these planetary configurations were happening back then, because right now we are in a planetary alignment. Another planetary here, I'm going to look it up right quick. I'm here at my computer. It's the planetary alignment. I believe it's 6 planets. It's a rare 6-planet alignment and taking place today. And it is featuring Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, grouped with the ecliptic in the pre-dawn morning sky. Okay, so yeah, along with the eclipse. So let me see if I can get some more information on that. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be visible. It's visible. Along with it is, we are having a meteor shower, pretty strong one tonight. And tonight is Meditation Wednesday here at home. I have a lovely group of old souls, wonderful, and we get together here and meditate every Wednesday. And I need to get out there and start sweeping the patios so that we can try and catch a glimpse of some of these, some of the here we go. Okay, yeah. Sorry, because I'm reading about the planetary alignment, and this isn't giving me much on it. So yeah, I would look it up because I'm getting just a lot of technical, I'm wanting to know, more of a spiritual reflection of, of the planetary conjunctions, because it is an ancient one. Meaning of, give me just a moment. Yeah, of the planetary alignment. Here it is, so that I can explain a little bit of that to you. Yes, so it is interpreting as a rare moment of cosmic harmony, inner clarity, heightened potentials. It's an energetic reset. It's a breath of fresh air for chaotic and stagnant periods. Also, it's a time to smooth out heavy emotional or mental blockages. Very good. Yeah, so it reflects the ancient Hermetic idea of as above, so below, suggesting that order in the heavens encourages order, balance, and alignment within the human psyche. Okay. Also, it's going to have some you're going to have physical symptoms, right? Which I call ascension symptoms. So then you're going to feel amplified, right? Your mindfulness, your spiritual awakening is going to be amplified. And I'll tell you, I've been feeling it, and my daughter has as well. We've been feeling this electric charge in the air. We're feeling it stronger than ever. So, for the last few days, we've been and today as well is even stronger. So I've been speaking and talking like I'm wearing braces, but I'm not. We've been feeling it, the electric charge in our teeth and our gums. We've been feeling it pretty, rough. It feels like, if you've ever had a sensitive tooth and you drink water or you're breathing in cold air, and that's what it feels like. And we've been feeling like that for days. And also a buzzing. So the electric charge is also making you feel a buzzing all over your body, and feeling like the beginnings of a kundalini, a kundalini rising. And we've had that before. It's a story. I will in one video explain mine to you. It was crazy. But we have more than one. It's not just one kundalini arising that you can experience. It's anytime that you are anchoring in a higher timeline for yourself, right? Then you can expect it. Or any time that you're working on the frequency in your body, that it aligns your chakras, right? Especially if you're doing something like Kriya, and that's something that I'm going to be introducing to to my meditation group, is doing that, because it helps loosen up your energy too, that inner alignment. Okay, I'll go over right quick. Mercury, so the planetary archetypes that are involved with this planetary conjunction is Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. And so Mercury, it sharpens mental clarity and communication. Okay. Venus, it highlights relationships, harmony, and inner desires. Jupiter expands your wisdom, growth, and optimism. Saturn encourages discipline, grounding, and restructuring of life cycles. And Uranus, spark of sudden spiritual breakthrough, and deep intuitive awakening is the Uranus and Neptune archetypal energy. So yeah, so this is perfect for using today to focus on personal manifestation rituals, right? Or learning about an astrological chart, learning about the archetypal energies, and how they, they correlate to you through a birth chart. And if I can today, I'm going to include, I've got to get with her first, but I do know someone, and she's amazing, and she is a birth, she is does birth charts, and that's all part of getting to know who you are, right? Especially whenever you are diving into these moody moons, right? Or these moody planetary conjunctions. Okay. So, and then here's something else that I wanted to talk about with this Leo is in the inner alignment within us, with the inner alignment, the Leo, okay, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, is also focusing on your your masculine and your feminine polarities, okay, on both polarities. So this is also what's happening. It's a strong inner alignment that's happening. And so you have the lion, and then you have the lioness. Okay, so just think of the two. So if you're trying to have that inner alignment within yourself, right, controlling your emotions, then, dive into that. Dive into what your masculine self and your feminine self. And here's another thing too, talking about, so I'm going to talk about divine partners also. This is going to be for another video. But divine partners, your twin flames. If those of you are on this, are on this path, then that is affected with this new moon, and this, being in Leo. You have the lion and you have the lioness, and they are both coming out real strong right now, real strong. So again, part of knowing yourself. And if you want to know more or less where you are on the path, if you are on the twin flame divine partner path, and not everybody has one, sorry to break your bubble, but that's just the way it is, you'll find out, and you'll know, then you'll know, because you'll gravitate towards that. It'll be something that does cross your path. You'll have knowledge of it, right? And if you want to know, my divine partner and I, we are both guides for this. So you can go ahead and try, go to our website if you'd like, and look up, twin flame guidance, and we can, we'll set you up. We'll help you understand, if you have any questions about that. But okay, so lioness, right? You don't have to be a Leo to have, to be going through this transformation, all right, through this inner alignment, okay? So, all right, sending much love to you. Do yourself a favor, have a date night with yourself or with that special someone or with just friends like what we're going to do here tonight. And enjoy the meteor shower. Spend some time and reflect on what all of this, planetary, it's so busy today. It's so energetic today. And then things are going to drop off of you. Center yourself, ground yourself, okay? Because it may not come out today of what's been cut away from you, right? It might happen tomorrow or maybe next week, but if you're grounded and somewhat aligned or just accepting that that's what needs to happen for your goal, for the greater good, right? Then you send it off with peace, love, and light, right? So if you're able to be accepting of it, then you won't wig out. Okay, you won't wig out, and then you won't cause yourself stress, or you won't be causing yourself build on some karma or anything like that. You don't want any of that, none of that. You're worth so much more, darling. Okay, so and then think of all the blood, sweat, and tears that you've been through. You don't. Why give that to yourself, right? So just realize that if people, places, things, situationships are cut away from you, they had to go. They had to go, right? And then if you're needing to be even more clear, then write it down. Why did this person have to be taken out of my life, right? That's why. Make a pros and cons. This is why. Or why did that happen? Or why did this happen? Or whatever, You will always find the the explanation for it within yourself. Okay, it's within yourself. So, all right, darlings, I will leave it right there. And happy new moon, eclipse, planetary conjunction, meteor Wednesday. So, and I will talk to you again in the next Moody Moon. Bye, darling.